días.
Well, today is July 28th, Monday. We're going to a work site called La Carpio. We'll be doing some painting, some construction works, and other things that we don't know yet and about to find out. I learned a very good Spanish expression already. It's pura vida. That means pure life, good life.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a very good day working together as a team.
We had heard that La Carpio is right next to basically the trash dump landfill for the city. And when we were driving into La Carpio, you could just see like the streets are lined with trash and things, and the water is kind of gross. And we saw these like goats, just like goats. We drove in on the bus and we were waiting for the gate to open to get into the facility, and there's just a bunch of goats like eating the trash. It was pretty random, but what was really cool was that when we drove into the facility itself is beautiful, and they kept it up so well. They pick up trash all the time, but to make it as a separate and like set apart and beautiful space for the people of the neighborhood.
Can we go to the computers lab? We want to show you a video about what we are doing here and explain you.
Yeah.
The neighborhood of La Carpio doesn't have a high school. The government doesn't put much funding into the area, and so there isn't that resource for the children there. And so La Carpio has Christ for the City's facility there, basically, which offers high school. And not only do they offer high school, they offer childcare, because a lot of these moms who want to get their education, they have young children, and they need somewhere to put them during the day, and so they offer that as well.
Okay, so everyone's working hard.
Yeah, I've driven stuff.
Dripping stuff.
We started painting the walls for one of the floors of the school building, and it's like it was a multi-room project, and so we started with the hallway in one of the classrooms, and we were painting it this beautiful bright blue color.
Maybe they're just dancing.
Bogas are dancing to the music in the background. Very deadly. Very deadly.
Well, my first thought was like, why are we painting? This wall looks perfectly fine. And then when we started painting, it was like, whoa, that's a really bright color that they're painting.
Here, I'll do. You want to wipe?
No, too
Hold
short.
this. Ready?
No.
One of the walls had this great Bible verse painted onto it, a really pretty mural. And we're like, we have to paint over it? And then she's like, yeah, just paint over it. It's no big deal, because the paint was chipping. We kind of asked her, we're like, well, we could paint you a new one if you want. And she's like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. And so that was pretty exciting for me, you know, like in Ephesians when God says that he's made us new and that he has works prepared for us. That really felt like a work that had been prepared for me, and that was really exciting.
For painting, and then Vivian's gonna paint over this. Make it all gorgeous.
La Carpio has been developed over the last 20 years. We want to basically develop that land that was given to the La Carpio Mission area into more of a camp-like structure. The dream is once a year we try to raise funds to take over 100 of those kids to a summer camp, which is they have to be bused to another location. One of the goals is possibly build a swimming pool right there so that kids can learn to swim and enjoy that type of recreational experience right there rather than having to wait to the once a year.
We played hide and seek with one of the little girls, and we also gave one of the boys piggyback rides because he really liked them.
I guess I felt really called to get to know the people. I mean, I feel like a lot of us wanted to do the same thing, but because of the huge language barrier, it was a little hard. But I realized that with very little things like smiles or just laughs, those kind of things, you can really brighten someone's day and like be a very godly example.
As you can tell, it is raining. Really? Right now. Not really. Don't be in the rain. No, just your hat. Wait, I think it's snow.
Gary told us that we were actually in the rainy season in part of Costa Rica. I was like, oh, okay, we might expect rain and stuff. So when it started raining, I was like, really kind of wow, this is so cool. And I was like taking pictures of it and stuff, and we all got our ponchos.
It is raining in Costa Rica, and we're all wearing ponchos like very touristy, fobby people.
Where are you going?
To the host family house.
What's your family's name?
Esther. Like my sister.
Auntie Esther.
Hey guys!
We're on our way to our house that Derek, Uncle Lewis, and I are staying at. I remember when we first got there, it was like raining really hard, and I remember the first thing that she did was she hugged us and she did that kissing thing. It was like, you're not supposed to do it with like males, but you know, it was like on each cheek.
¿Cómo se llama? Hola, Derek.
Mucho gusto en conocerlo.
¿Habla usted inglés? ¿Habla usted inglés? No. Oh.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, okay. Derek.
Sherry, ¿cómo es?
Derek. D-E-R-E.
Derek.
Yeah.
Oh, she's really nice. Like, I could tell that she really wants to make us feel welcome. We have a really nice bedroom.
Oh yeah, this is great. You couldn't have asked her better. And Oldest is very nice.
Okay, cool. I'm excited too.
While Olga was just helping, or was making sure everything was coming together for dinner, she had an exchange student that was staying with her that walked in. And it felt really good that she knew how to speak good English and she knew how to speak good Spanish, so that was a relief for us. But then she came in and she's like, oh, I have to go right now. It was nice meeting you, but I'm going to do Zumba. And I was like, what's Zumba? And Derek and Uncle Lewis were like, oh, it's like this dancercise thing. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And she's like, do you want to come with us? Do you want to come with me? And we were like, yeah!
So we're at the park playing Zumba.
This isn't a game.
This is our friend Joy. Hi, Joy. She took us to go do Zumba in the park because apparently that's what Ticos do. And here's Uncle Lewis dancing.
Am I a good dancer, Derek?
You amaze me. You look like a Tico. A Tico Chino. Tico Chino?
Yeah, Tico Chino. And that was a good experience. I think it was really fun just to see what the Costa Ricans did at night. I think at that time, God was really showing me that this whole trip was going to be not in my control. It was all going to be His plan. I didn't even know prior to like an hour before I arrived there who I was going to be staying with. I think right at that point, God was really showing me that this whole trip was going to be about Him and not about me or anything I could do.
We're in Costa Rica. We just got to our place. We're staying with Gary and my